Federal government to ensure that the country's airspace is safe for everyone. President Goodluck Jonathan made the pledge at a remembrance service and unveiling of a memorial cenotaph in honor of the 153 victims of the Dana air crash which occurred a year ago. He said his administration set up a panel to not only unravel the remote cause of the disaster but also work out modalities and how to care for the victims' families.
Precious lives worth remembering. That's the first sign that greets anyone who had any business at the local wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Exactly a year ago, the country was thrown into anguish following the Dana air crash that claimed many souls. The federal government of Nigeria organized a prayer session in remembrance of the departed souls, featuring Bible readings, prayers, and exhortations.
I commend the ministry for taking this singular decision to remember those who have lost their lives.
The federal government also selected a visible site at the airport for a cenotaph erected in honor of the victims of the crash. After the bugle, the president unveiled the monument which bears all the names of the souls departed. He says the pains may have refused to go, but the government will do its best to prevent a reoccurrence.
We are gathered here today to unveil the cenotaph in memory of all those who have died in the tragic crash of Dana Air Flight 992 on the 3rd of June 2012. This monument is a symbol of our respect for all of them. They will never be forgotten.
You can see the cenotaph in memory of the crew and passengers aboard. Commendable effort, they say, but the issue of compensation is still outstanding.
We've not received anything from the airline. No compensation has been paid to Chukwemeka Okere's family. So
I lost my dad, but we're fine. We're doing great. It's been tough, but it's fine. You know that. And Dana is doing everything possible to get the compensations across.
And the greatest injustice somebody can do to the disease is to pay compensation to somebody that does not warrant it, that does not deserve it. So we are taking our time deliberately to ensure that compensation is paid to the rightful persons.
It will be recalled that the crash received very wide condemnation from the public, especially bearing claims that the aircraft was poorly maintained. Critical issues the federal government and aviation actors should not allow to happen again. Chukwuma Onwekusi, Channels Television News.
It's exactly 1 year since that ill-fated aircraft crash-landed in the densely populated Iju-Ishaga area of Lagos State. Today, the state government has also put up a cenotaph at the point where the disaster occurred. The Lagos State Governor, Babatunde Fashola, in the company of his cabinet members, unveiled the monument where the names of the 153 victims were engraved. Families of the victims were also present where wreaths were laid in their memory. It was a solemn event filled with emotional speeches from witnesses.
3:30 p.m. on the 3rd of June 2012. It was a bloody Sunday. If only the new hour ill-fated Dana Air Flight 992 was, this certainly would have suspended the Abuja-Lagos journey. It is exactly 1 year that 153 people lost their lives on this particular place on board Dana Airline, which took off from Abuja onto Lagos. Unfortunately, this is the very point where that particular aircraft crash-landed. Today, this particular cenotaph is being erected in the memory of those that lost their lives in that particular ill-fated Dana Airline. Indeed, a dark moment for the nation. A solemn anniversary, wreath-laying event filled with emotional speeches. Families of victims, government functionaries, and people who live in the neighborhood all gather in remembrance of the lives that were lost. For most Nigerians, it is one crash too many, but what lessons have been learned?
We have learned some painful lessons and we have grown from them. We have now improved our response capacity, so God forbid it, if such a disaster should reoccur, we are much better prepared to respond.
It seems 365 days is too short for insurance companies and the airline to pay off the compensations. These people's testimonies speak volume.
This thing they are claiming, I don't think up to 10%, 15% of families have even collected that 30%, not to talk about 100%.
Up till now, there is no compensation. We contact immediately that incident happened. We contacted our lawyer, but up till now, there was no response.
The 3rd of June 2012 disaster may remain fresh in the memories of many for a long time, but certainly all eyes are now on the Nigerian aviation sector, and all Nigerians are asking for is safety in our airspace. Sheung Okinbaloye, reporting for Channels Television News.
Well, the Chancellor